makers of Postum, the favorite mealtime drink in 3 million American homes, present your favorite radio friends, Lum and Abner. When a man is driving along the open road at only 25 miles an hour and his wife says,
"John, will you please stop driving so fast?"
Or when he's standing on a chair at home hanging a picture and she says,
"Be careful, John. I know you're going to fall."
well, it's time someone in the family asked, why all the nervousness? Perhaps that question can be answered in one word: coffee. And the problem solved in one word: Postum. You see, while many people can drink coffee without becoming nervous and upset, many others cannot. So if you think coffee is making you jittery and tense, switch to Postum right away, for Postum contains no caffeine or any other stimulant that could possibly set your nerves on edge. It's made of whole wheat and bran, skillfully roasted and slightly sweetened. You'll love Postum. It has such a distinctive, mellow flavor and tempting aroma. And Postum is a drink you can easily afford since it costs less than half a cent a cup. Better give Postum a try. If coffee makes you nervous, drink Postum at meals instead and see if you don't feel less tense and strained. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Practically all of the clients of the Lonesome Heart Matrimonial Bureau so far have been women, and the old fellows have had no pictures of men to send out in answer to their letters. Last week, Abner conceived the idea of buying pictures of several of the prominent men in Pine Ridge from Grandpappy, who's opened a small photography business, and sending the pictures out to the different women who've written in. These men are just beginning to receive answers to the letters, and are at a loss to know where these women obtain their names and addresses. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner seated on the front porch of the Jot'em Down store. Lum is just approaching. Listen.
Well, it's about time you was getting back, Lum. You know how long you taken off for noon?
Yeah, it's gone a little longer than I aimed to, Abner. Have you been busy?
Well, no, but I just wondered what happened to you. Been gone for over 2 hours.
Yeah, well, and it's hot.
Yes,
I hate to tell it on myself, but I dropped off to sleep after I ate.
Well,
Sat down out there on the front gallery and went sound asleep.
you did.
Yeah, been there yet, I reckon, if old Lead hadn't got to barking at a team that went by. Hot today, ain't it?
Yeah, yes, it is. Uncommonly warm for this time of year.
But it's nice and cool in the shade.
Yeah, a little breeze stirring.
I was sitting there a while ago. It's how the weather breaks out all the birds and the insects that's been buried up all winter, I reckon. Hummingbirds and bees and butterflies and everything else working on them honeysuckle vines there in front of my house.
Oh, yeah, spring is here. Ain't no question about it now. It's here.
I think that's how come to go to sleep. It was so peaceful over there at the place. Birds are singing and all.
Yeah. Well, a day like this makes a feller glad that he's living in a town like Pine Ridge, don't he?
Yeah. I know there must be other places just as nice, but where in the world would you find a setting for a town like we've got here? Built right down in a valley with mountains all around us. Just look out across yonder. Ain't that pretty? Trees is all leafed out now.
Yeah.
Look down there at the far end of the ridge, how green it looks. And then further up on the hill there, it's bright purple.
Yeah, well, that's where a cloud is throwing a shadow across it. That's what makes
Yeah, I know, but ain't it peaceful looking?
Oh, yeah.
Just look at them clouds, how white and soft they look. Ain't moving an inch.
Well, it was pretty yesterday, too. I taken Elizabeth and Pearl over to church services at Corinth yesterday. Had dinner on the ground and an Easter egg hunt for the young'uns yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. I heard they was having a big to-do over there yesterday.
We started to call you up to go with us, but Pearl wanted to take the little Bradford girls along with
Well,
us.
I couldn't have went no way, Abner. Appreciate you thinking about me. Couldn't have left my Sunday school class.
No, well, we had off a nice time. The lunchers is over there. Them and Ruth Rankins and all of his, spread their lunch together. Had more victuals than I ever seen at one setting in my life. I ate fried chicken till it was running out my ears.
Yeah. Sorry I missed that part of it.
Oh, yes, it was good.
Yeah, that's mighty nice. That's another thing I like about this community. Everybody's so neighborly.
Yeah.
Feller can go out and spend a day with his friends doing what some folks would call the old-timey things, I reckon, but it's really enjoyment, and it don't cost no money, neither.
No. But doggone, I don't know when I've had such a good time. After we got done eating, I stretched out there on a pallet in the shade of them trees, slept for an hour and a half, I reckon.
Spring fevers, I reckon.
Yeah. Then me and Uncle Henry and some of the boys sat around there and played mambo peg while the young'uns was out hunting Easter eggs and picking flowers.
Oh, there's lots of flowers now. Just noticing in that meadow of mine a while ago. Never seen the like of them.
Well, you ought to saw what Elizabeth brung home yesterday. Had the car just loaded down with wild violets and Johnny jumper-ups and daisies, one thing and another.
Yeah.
She taken a case knife and dug up enough ferns to fill up that big box around the well curb over at the
Ferns, Grannies, I've got to get out and dig up some myself, too. Fill up that flower box on my front gallery. Was a pretty big crowd over there yesterday?
Oh, my, yes, it was. And everybody looked awful nice with their new dresses and hats.
Yeah, folks was here was all dressed up yesterday.
Yeah, Alec Johnson's family just looked uncommonly nice. It was a beautiful sight when they drove up there in a wagon. His woman had made dresses for her and the girls and shirts for him and the boys off in the same bolt of material. Sort of a plaid percale. It was awful pretty.
And the church here was crowded.
What?
Well, howdy, Grandpap.
Oh, hello, Grandpap.
Yeah, you fellas appear to be taking it easy, sitting out here on the gallery in the shade that way.
Yeah, come on up and sit down.
Yeah.
There's a little breeze blowing across here.
Well, I kind of want to see you, Abner, on a little private matter.
Oh, well, we can step there in the store if you want to.
Well, here, if you want to talk private, I want to go in and look over the mail anyway. Here, sit down here, Grandpap. Well, now, don't let me disturb you long. You look so peaceful there. No, I'm sitting here getting sleepy anyway. Yeah, we'll sit down then. Just ain't no count today for some reason.
Yeah, more likely you ate too many of them hard-boiled eggs yesterday. If you'd around the Easter egg hunt, that's what I done.
Yeah.
Me and Lum were just sitting here talking about how peaceful it is here in Pine Ridge. You know, lots of fellers, I reckon, might think it was awful quiet. Not much going on.
Well, we ain't missing nothing, Abner. We ain't missing a thing. We're getting more really enjoyment out of life than lots of these fellers that's moving so fast. Ain't got a whole lot, but you don't need much here. What I wanted to talk to you about, Abner, just over at Ezra Seastrong's, he's been getting some answers in from them pictures you sent out of him.
Oh, he has, huh?
Yeah, he don't know what to make of it.
But you never told him that I sent him out, did you?
No, I ain't said a word about it to nobody.
Yeah, well, Mole's Mooch is getting some in, too. I was down at the barber shop there this morning. Just tickling old Moles to death, though. He thinks all these women is writing in on account of that picture of him that was in the county seat paper here a week or two ago when he elected that grand supreme ruler in the lodge, you know.
For goodness sake.
Moles is awful conceited about the way he looks anyway, you know.
Well, Ezra ain't tickled over it, I'll tell you that, Abner.
Yeah.
He figures somebody has sent his pictures out for a joke, and if he ever finds out who done it, it's going to be too bad.
Oh, my goodness, oh.
Well, that's what I wanted to see about, Abner. I knowed you was going to get yourself in trouble sending them fellers pictures out to women that writes into your matrimonial bureau for you,
Well,
done it.
I never thought about it causing no trouble. I just sent theirs because I never had no others to send. Ain't had but 4 men folks write in. I knowed if we sent their pictures out, we never would hear from them again.
Yeah, but Dick and Ezra and Moses all married men with families.
Well, they don't have to marry the women. Fact is, they don't even have to answer the letters.
No, but what if one of their wives gets hold of one of these letters they're getting? You know what Elizabeth would do if it was to happen to you.
Oh, my goodness, yes, I hadn't thought about that part of it.
It's high time you was thinking about it.
Well, what can I do, Grandpap? It's too late now. The pictures have done been sent out.
Well, if it was me, I'd just go to them and tell them just what I done. Admit to the whole
No,
thing.
I daresn't do that. They'd run me out of town. Dick Huddleston's already so mad he's fit to be tied. Call Lum over there Friday, accuse him of knowing something about it. Of course, Lum denied that we had anything to do with it. And he was honest about it, for he don't know what I did.
No.
And I ain't going to tell him either. I can't now.
Well, you better do something, Abner. I don't know what, but mind what I tell you now, there's going to be some trouble out of there.
Well, now, you're just as much to blame as I am, Grandpap. You oughtn't to have sold me them pictures of them fellers without their permission.
Well, that's just the reason I'm so anxious for you to get it straightened out, too. For if they ever find out that I've taken pictures of them and sold them to you, I'm going to get into it just as much as you have.
Well, that's what I say. We can't tell it now. If we do, we'll both get into trouble.
Yeah. hard not to listen to you. That's what hard.
Wait a minute. Mind out.
You fellers through talking secrets?
Oh, yeah. Come on out, Lum. Yeah.
Just opening that mail, Abner. Here's a letter to our matrimony bureau I can't make no sense out of.
Well?
Some woman in Coffeyville, Kansas, writing to thank us for sending her a picture of Dick Huddleston.
Dick Huddleston.
It says here, I knew the minute I saw his picture that he was the man I have been looking for. I am writing him today that I am leaving immediately for Pine Ridge to be with him. Thanks so much for the fine work your matrimonial bureau is doing. Sincerely, Birdie Collins.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Now, Dick's going to think we had something to do with this. I had hard enough time talking him out of it the other day.
Well, nothing.
Huh?
What do you think we ought to do, Lum?
I don't know what to do. I reckon I better take this letter on over there and show him so he can be out of town or something when she gets here. Well, didn't she say she's writing him, telling him he's coming? Yeah.
Well, you better stay away from over there then, Lum. Wait a minute, here comes Cedric. We can get him to take the letter on over and tell Dick that we don't know a thing about it.
Well, he's going to think it's mighty funny if we... Granny's, I don't know what to do. Do you know anything about this, Grandpap? Why...
Come here, Cedric. You're just the fellow we're looking for. Got a little errand for you.
Well, I ain't got time now, Mr. Abner. I got to drive into the county seat.
Well, this won't take but a few minutes.
Yes, sir, but I got to get Miss Mose Moots in town there in time to catch the afternoon train.
Oh.
Whereabouts is she going? Visiting her folks?
No, she's going to live with them, I think. I ain't supposed to say nothing about it, but she's separating Mose. Taking her children's with her.
Separating?
Yes, sir. She went to iron Moses' suit this morning and found a letter in his pocket from some woman in Fort Smith that he sent his picture to talking about marrying her. And she figures she better leave him before he leaves her.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness.
He'll be surprised when he gets home tonight and finds her and the children's all gone.
Yeah. And here we was talking a while ago about what a peaceful little town Pine Ridge is.
What Abner probably means is what a peaceful little town Pine Ridge was. You'd hardly say of sleepwalkers that there's one in every family. But just remove the letter L and see what you get. Sleepwakers. There's often one of those in every family. People who try to get sleep but who are kept awake by something. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe that something is coffee? For while many people can drink coffee without being kept awake, many others cannot. So if you think coffee disturbs your sleep, we'd suggest you immediately switch to Postum. Postum can't possibly disturb your sleep because it's entirely free of caffeine and all other stimulants. Postum is a slightly sweetened blend of whole wheat and bran, skillfully roasted to bring out its flavor. And what a flavor that is. Rich, satisfying, and delicious. Postum, served hot and steaming in the cup, looks good, smells good, tastes good, is good. It's just the thing to help you give up coffee. So just follow our suggestion if coffee prevents you from sleeping. Drink Postum with your meals instead, then see if you don't sleep better and feel better. Postum brings Lum and Abner again on Wednesday evening, same time. Good night. Lou Crosby speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.